We are following developing news at noon. Spokane firefighters are keeping a close watch after a huge fire east of downtown Spokane started at about 8 o'clock last night. It caused some massive flames in the east central area. Hi everyone, thank you so much for being with us here on KREM News at noon. I'm Laura Papetti. Firefighters stayed on scene all night, putting out small fires and making sure that it didn't spread to any other buildings. So here's a look at the area we are talking about. It is near the intersection of East Riverside Avenue and North Medelia Street. That's just about 1 block north of Sprague. KREM 2's Christian Garza is live right now. And Christian, tell us what you're seeing right now and what you know.
Well, right now we are getting a glimpse of the aftermath of that big commercial building fire that took place last night at around 8 o'clock. I'm going to step off screen and show you exactly what I am seeing right now. Now, crews on scene say the fact that the building collapsed on itself is making it hard to investigate. So the cause of the fire is still unknown at this time. The Spokane Fire Department confirmed with us today that this warehouse was actually a Tormino sash and glass warehouse. Now, basically what you are seeing right now is that aftermath. Now, one half of this wall of the warehouse completely came down. You can see the rubble here on Riverside, the tree down. You can see some power lines knocked down as well, some glass all over the road. And basically that is what we have been seeing all morning long. But I kind of want to show you right now what actually led up to this. So we have some video of the fire and what it looked like last night. So we are going to bring that up for you and show you what this fire looked like at its peak here in East Central. Now, Tormino Sash and Glass, which had a glass shop right next door to this warehouse, actually burnt down after 2 fires back in 2017 and 2019. Now, Justin DeRuyter with SFD says once crews arrived on scene, it took about 2 hours to get it under control. He says the biggest concerns for the fire department was to make sure that this fire didn't spread and that people were safe.
People standing a couple hundred feet away back here, we're talking about the heat this thing was putting off last night. A lot of heat coming off of this. So the big thing at that point is just trying to keep that fire in the footprint that it is, you know, just that one building and not spreading. So a couple things with that was we had a lot of embers coming off this. We talk about our ember showers with wildland fires, but essentially that's what we had here too yesterday. So we had some firefighters patrolling kind of the neighborhoods around here, watching where those embers landed to make sure we didn't get another fire going.
Like we mentioned earlier, after talking with crews today, they say they are holding off efforts to get inside of this building to put out any other smoldering hotspots that may be around the property because it is a collapse hazard. They are waiting for a wall. They're waiting for all of these walls basically to come tumbling down, they said. Now, the fire crews on scene say that this cinder block building is basically like a reverse refrigerator in the sense of when something hot and heat in general is inside it, it traps that heat, soaking it up, which made this fire grow quick and fast. Now, like I mentioned before, Spokane Fire Department says the cause of the fire is still unknown at this time. Now, if you do have business or live here in the area, investigators say they do plan to tear down the building here in the coming days. In East Central, Christian Garza, KREM 2 News.
Christian, thank you. This is different now, fires we are talking about. Spokane firefighters put out multiple fires in downtown Spokane, happened around Washington and Riverside just before 4 o'clock this morning. Our cameras were rolling as firefighters put out the string of fires that were set in multiple dumpsters and trash cans, again, in the downtown area. It appears the fire caused some minor damage to some buildings in that area. We are also tracking a wildfire in the Cottonwood area. It's just north of Welpinin on the Spokane Reservation. The last update we got said the fire is about 80 acres and it is threatening multiple structures. Stevens County Fire District 1 posted on Facebook saying crews have a line around 75% of the fire. They will continue working on putting out the fire and gain containment, they believe, today. So we'll certainly keep you updated on that. In the meantime, just 5 minutes past noon right now, We're going to check in with my good friend Thomas Patrick. He's outside enjoying a little bit of sunshine in the Weather Center. Thomas, what do you know?
Yeah, more than enough sunshine to go around, that is for sure. Just another perfect summer day. I actually love these days where it's a little cool in the morning and then it's a little warm in the afternoon. But if we're splitting the difference evenly, that's where you want it. Another picture perfect day, whole lot of sunshine overhead, and our temperature's warming. Now up to 80 already in Coeur d'Alene, lagging just a little bit behind in Spokane at 77 degrees. But things are gonna heat up a lot more for the upcoming weekend. So we start with this. Can you see this is maroon shaded areas from Okanagan County and up towards Omag, all the way through the lower Columbia Basin. So the whole central part of the state under what's called an extreme heat watch. The watch because we're still 2 days out from the start of that time frame. This will get divvied up into either advisories or warnings by the time we get there. And of course, it's all because of the heat. 95 to 105 degrees likely in this region of the inland northwest starting on Saturday. Not quite Spokane though. In fact, I don't think this heat wave is going to be about the maximum temperatures, but rather the duration of the heat wave. And while it starts Saturday and Sunday, I have 93 for the forecast in Spokane. It lasts far beyond this upcoming weekend, could actually go all the way to the following weekend, which would be the Labor Day weekend. So coming up, I'll show you how long I anticipate the upcoming heat wave to be and what those highest temperatures will ultimately look like. That's all coming up in a few minutes.
Thank you. A shelter-in-place order has been lifted in Moscow after police arrested a man who barricaded himself inside his home. The Moscow Police Department says they received a call about noon yesterday. This is for 48-year-old James Shepard. They called because they said he was displaying sexually explicit images in public. He was issued a citation. Then around 7 o'clock last night, police were dispatched to Shepard's home again after reports that he fired a weapon outside of the home. He then barricaded himself and refused to comply with officers. SWAT officers were eventually able to take Shepard into custody just before 11 o'clock last night. We are up to now 3 official cases of measles in Idaho. The Department of Health and Welfare is saying that the most recent case is an unvaccinated child in Bonner County. Last week, 2 cases were reported. They were in Kootenai County and Bonneville County. Both were in unvaccinated children. The health department says as of now, there is not a known link between these 3 cases, but certainly we'll bring you information on those. New today, the hearing for Madison Mogen's family has been postponed. They filed a lawsuit to stop the city of Moscow from releasing photos of the Moscow murder scene. A judge was supposed to hear their arguments today, but now that hearing is scheduled for next Thursday. Again, the family wants the city to stop releasing photos and videos because they say it's an invasion of privacy. The city of Moscow temporarily blocked releasing some of the photos while this lawsuit is playing out. They said they will not release photos or videos of any of the victims' bedrooms until further notice. The judge said the majority of public records were not considered a violation of privacy. However, unreleased body camera footage could be. A Spokane business plans to take the city and Catholic Charities of Spokane to court over increased crime rates in downtown Spokane. Now, according to a tort claim filed against the city of Spokane, Urbana Natural Spa, Salon and Wine alleges an increase in crime rates in the area is because there is not enough low-income housing within the city. So the owner of the business claims they and others in the neighborhood have suffered from repeated vandalism and theft. Catholic Charities Eastern Washington responded to the tort, saying their agency is disappointed that Urbana feels that the poor and vulnerable are, quote, a nuisance. Catholic Charities CEO and President Rob McCann commented, quote, the facts and Jesus are on our side. Catholic Charities Eastern Washington will not waver from this work. Love always wins.